Hello there, how you doing? The Social Connector here for a weekly entrepreneur tip for you. So, let me tell you a quick story. So, of course, like a lot of folks, I'm in the world of sales, just like a lot of people are. And as of yesterday, I lost a really big deal. I lost a huge deal, and it's a bummer and all that. But the old saying is, you want to learn from that, and be resilient. And it made me think about athletes and musicians, artists, all that. Like, if you think about an athlete today, right? You think about, I'll pick a baseball player, right? Because in baseball, you have the major league, you have AAA, AA, single A, right? So you're doing tryouts, and then you're a group of people, you're a group of players, and there's like 10 spots, but there's 30 of you, and chances are 20 people are going to be disappointed and not be picked, not make the cut. And you think about that. Baseball players go through that all the time. You always hear about players being called up to Boston, then drop down to Worcester, with the Red Sox or the farm team, or even down to the AA team. Like, the coach brings you in and says, all right, we're going to cut you. We're bringing you down. And then, what do you think goes through their head all the time? Do you think they go in the room and cry their eyes out? Or they go, you know what, I'm going to learn from this mistake, or learn from this, and, and adjust what their action plan, what they're going to do. Same thing with a musician. So you think about a musician, that's a hell of a hard job. That's hard. If you're going up in front of people, you're playing songs and maybe that you wrote, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't like your songs. And then what they end up doing is they end up throwing, they may throw tomatoes at you. And that's not the real, you think about that, and just in general, they go through a lot too. Now, they may go in the room and cry, but you know what? Did they come out? Did they say, all right, I'm going to learn from this, I'm going to do something different, and are they going to adjust their show, right? So I always think about resiliency, and I'll tell you, in the military, this athletes, you think about what they go through, right? Every day, that they could be cut, and do they go back and cry? So the same thing with entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, or if you're in sales, that you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have great days, or you're gonna have a crappy day, right? I've had some good days, I've had some bad days. What I've learned is, when you do have a bad day, that you just take a step back and say, okay, how can I adjust things? Because if you mope around and harp on it, it's not going to do any good, right? So the old saying is, harping on the negatives does not do any good for you. You want to always think about the positives, right? So that's the biggest thing I would say. I learned yesterday. I've actually gone into a new type of business this past year, a new profession, and I've had some great days and I've had some really bad days. And what I've learned, and of course what my team has also coached me on, is, you're going to have these mistakes. You're going to make these mistakes, and you're going to learn from them, because that's how people become successful. The successful people are the ones that are always in learning mode, and they don't harp on the negative, they don't harp on the bad, and they think about the good. Think about an athlete. They probably thank God that, they have the capability to play a sport in the professional world. Or a guitar player has the capability to hear a song and play that song back, right? So if you have that, think about your capabilities and what you can bring to society. Always think from that perspective. How can I help? And those bad days are going to become good days. So I hope that helps you. And let's do it together, all right? Remember, have the resiliency of an athlete or a musician, and that's an entrepreneur. Have a good day.